So first up, let's talk about ASIM QuickStart. Brand new course. We've never offered it a course like this or built one like this, and it's free.
Absolutely, 100% free. It's online, so you can access it just about anywhere you have access to a computer or a phone, and it's self-paced. You can run at your own pace. It's a total of 12 individual videos, individual modules that total time committed is about 41 minutes.
I'm so happy with how that package came out. You know, we had a number of goals that we wanted to hit with that. Number one, we wanted it in bite-sized pieces. So there's no video on there that's longer than 3-4 minutes max. There are short bite-sized pieces. You can do one at a time. You can do a couple. It doesn't really matter. When you've got a few moments, you watch one, you're good to go. There is a super short post test that goes with each one of the video modules. So you watch your 3 or 4 minute video, and then you've got a 2-3 question test just to highlight that you've gotten the context of the thing. But the thing that I really like is you don't have to watch the videos in order.
No, you don't. You can go in, and if something interests you, you can pick it up. If you miss something, you can skip it and go back. Also, at the end of the class, you'll end up with that training certificate that you can turn in and get credit for the hours spent.
Yeah, it's so easy to do. The adoption has been kind of going crazy. So here's what happened with the curriculum change and what we caused us to create the QuickStart class. Very simply, it was from the feedback. Kevin, we talked about what ASIM QuickStart is. And now let's talk for a moment about not why we changed it, but why we created it. We took a look at the participant evaluations. You know, every class delivery we do, we ask people to fill out participant evaluation, pretty standard thing. And one of the most valuable pieces of feedback items are actually the write-in answers, not the check boxes, but the ones where people have to actually write something in. And we looked at the tens of thousands of evaluations that we had. And there's 2 questions that I love. One of them is, what was the most valuable? And then the other one was the least valuable. And so when we asked people who were participating in the ASIM basic course, what was the most valuable? Now, this is a course where it's a 4-hour course. 2 hours of it was lecture, 2 hours of it was hands-on. When we asked people what was the most valuable,
they said that the time spent actually doing the scenarios, the hands-on, on the Counter-Strike kits, doing the scenarios, working through the process was the most valuable.
And the least valuable?
The least valuable was the lecture, the time spent in lecture in the classroom.
And that was notable and triggered a lot of internal conversation for us, because what we realized, it wasn't people saying that they didn't get any value from the lecture, but as they were spending their time, they found the scenarios to be way more valuable. And we said, all right, how do we give them more of that value? Which led us to kind of take a look at face-to-face training. The truth of the matter is, face-to-face training in a classroom, pretty expensive.
It is. You think about it, you've got the guy that's in the classroom. We're having to pay his salary, pay his time. He's not able to do his primary job, whether that's police, fire, EMS, on the street or whatever. And we're having to pay someone to cover his position. So you're really having to pay twice for this one person to be in training.
Yeah, or you're pulling people off the road, out of operations to put them in training. You're letting your manpower drop down a little bit. Either way you do it, however you skin that cat, putting people in the classroom for training is expensive. And we asked the hard question, do we really need to do lecture in this expensive environment? Or is there another way we can do it that's equally or more effective?
Is there a better way to get that information across at a time where we don't have to tie them into a classroom and pull them away from their job? Absolutely.
And so in the case of ASIM QuickStart, the Active Shooter Incident Management QuickStart, we took the content from the ASIM basic lecture. So we took the 2 hours of ASIM basic lecture. We cut out everything that didn't need to be there. We focused the message, shortened it up, got it broken into 12 ideas, 12 modules that tied together, and made that a short sound bite.
So we made it into the 12 modules, and we made each module individual. So I can run through each module at my own pace, at my own timing, and each module is broken down to where it can be watched individually, and I can skip to the next one. I can skip modules and come back. All of that's available to you on the QuickStart program.
And of course, it's free. It's available online. It's easy and quick to consume. It's not hidden behind a wall where you have to register before you know what you're doing. The videos are right there. You don't have to sign up for anything. In fact, if you don't want a certificate, you don't have to sign up at all. You can go consume the content. But of course, if you want the certificate, then you do have to, after you watch the video, you need to sign in, do the pre-test, and then there's a post-test that goes with each module. And I've been pretty surprised at the incredible uptake that we're seeing. The numbers really caught me off guard.
Well, we kind of modeled it to take the place or to front load some of the lecture on the ASIM basic course, but it can also be used for an awareness level training. At the end of the day, your whole agency can go through QuickStart at no cost to your agency. You can get everybody in your agency on board, but you can also help push it out to your surrounding responding agencies, the agencies that are going to come help you if you have this type of incident at your place.
And this is the foundational material about the active shooter incident management process, the key concepts, the terminology, how it unfolds, how it works. And you can get everybody in your agency, in your community, in your region on the same page for free at their own pace, desktop, tablet, phone.
So this allows you to be able to access this information at your own pace, at your own time, whether you're, between calls at work, whether you're, at the office, and being able to consume that at your own time and own pace, I think is incredibly helpful.
The other thing that we did, recognizing there are organizations that are interested in adopting this across their agency or across their region, is we said we need a way for a training officer to see who has and hasn't completed it. And so we created that, and that also is available for free.
Yeah, absolutely free of charge. Allows you to track who in your agency's done it and what their progress is along the way.
I'm very, very excited to see how quickly we did a soft rollout, and then we did a launch. And even after the initial launch and the marketing stopped, the numbers kept growing with a nearly exponential growth, which means it picked up a lot of word of mouth very quickly.
Yeah, it's an easy program to absorb. It's easy to understand, and it is really, like I said, very helpful to your agency to get everybody on the same page of music before something bad happens in your place.
That's ASIM QuickStart, brand new course, online, available for free, 42 minutes of content. You literally can complete the whole thing under an hour. You get a certificate. What's not to do it, right? Why would you not do it?
It's an easy day and an easy way to get yourself and your agency spun up and on the same page.